Hi everyone, Brianna here. Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk about something a little bit different. When people look at my family's seafood business, they usually see the final product, the perfect value-added shrimp, the containers sipping to the ear. But honestly, the real battle isn't with the shrimp. It's with the people. Like running a massive seafood factory means you are basically governing two completely different worlds under one roof. First, you have the white collar intellectuals, the office managers, the sales team, the purchasing directors who deal with clients and book logistics. And then you have the blue-collar factory workers on the processing floor. To be honest, a lot of CEOs fail because they try to manage both groups using the exact same methods. But as someone who operates heavily on intuition, what I call the 11 per 2 muscle mindset, I can tell you right now, empathy doesn't mean treating everyone exactly the same. It means understanding their specific psychological triggers. Basically, you need two completely different mental weapons to control these two ones. Let's talk about the factory floor first. Look. With blue-collar workers, you have to be strict about time. You have to manage their shifts, their clock-ins, their breaks. Why? Because if you don't control the boundaries, the environment naturally descends into chaos. They will lose control. But here is a trick. Strict time management doesn't stop them from stealing a few shrimp, and it definitely doesn't stop them from doing sloppy work when you turn your back. I mean, you can install 100 cameras, but cameras only catch the physical act. They don't change the mindset. So, how do we use psychology here? We turn them into spiritual shareholders. Instead of just yelling at them, we tie their daily bread directly to the quality of that specific batch. I tell them, hey, this tray of sushi ebi is going to very strict buyer in Europe. If there are 0 claims, the whole floor gets a quality bonus for this Friday. You see, when you make them feel like owners of that specific outcome, the magic happens. They start policing each other. If someone gets sloppy with the eyes, the worker next to them would slap at them because the bonus is on the line. Like, you don't need to be bad guy anymore. Their collective self-interest becomes the best surveillance camera you could ever buy. Now, let's move upstairs to the office. The white-collar workers, the high-level managers. Honestly, if you try to manage their exact clock in times like factory workers, they will resent you. These people are brain workers. They handle the $1 million EU contracts. So what is the most 11 per 2 psychology here? It's simple. Loyalty is a debt, but benefit is capital. You don't manage these guys with a time card. You manage them by setting up cross KPIs so they monitor each other while still uniting for a common goal. For example, I pit the purchasing manager against the QC manager. The QC gets higher bonus the more floors they catch from the purchasing. But they both get a massive year-end multiplier if the company's overall export profit hits the target. Basically, they fight each other on the micro level to keep the system pure, but they lock arms on the macro level to get rich together. And you know what? It's exactly like the art of M&A negotiations in the corporate world. When my family negotiates with huge international partners, we don't sit there and argue over a few cents on a bracelet. This matter, we manipulate their expectations. We paint a picture of long-term dominance in the seafood market. When you control the high-level managers' expectations of their future wealth and status within your empire, they manage themselves. So, at the end of the day, managing a seafood empire isn't about crushing people with rules. It's about understanding human nature. You need strict boundaries for the floor, tied with spiritual ownership. And you need psychological cheers for the office, tied with calculated benefits. And what is the result of all this? The result is factory that runs like a flawless machine. As always, guys, my family runs a seafood processing factory right here in Vietnam because we know how to manage the human mind. Our workers produce the most meticulously crafted value-added shrimp, like lobashi and sushi ebi, without cutting corners. So, if you are an EU or Asian B2B buyer looking for a partner who guarantees quality from the psychology of the workers thread to your shipping container, reach out to me. Anyway, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, and I will see you in the next one.